World Team Trials. We move ahead to action. Greco-Roman, 120 kilograms in the red singlet, Russ Davie of Colorado Springs, representing the New York Athletic Club, and his opponent, former world champion from the United States Army in the blue singlet, Dremiel Byers.
Dremiel Byers, 2002 world champion. We mentioned our open, you know, that's been a weight class that we've been awful proud of as far as the Greco athletes in the last few years with the performances in the World Championships. And, of course, you know, Rulon Gardner's tremendous performance in the 2000 Olympics. But, you know, this is a guy out there making his own mark, and he's just fun to watch.
Rulon Gardner, an Olympic gold medal, followed that up nicely with the World Championships. Got caught in an unfortunate accident with a snowmobile, got some frostbite on the toes. That opened the door, enabled Dremiel Byers to come in. He picked up where Gardner left off. Byers in 2002 won the World Championships in Moscow. Only 4 Greco-Roman wrestlers have won world titles like that. Yeah, Byers is one of them.
And in this tournament, he's wrestling with a heck of a lot of poise and you know, going up against Russ Davie, who is really kind of a pretty tall athlete for a Greco-Roman wrestler. You know, he's got really nice range on him, and it comes in handy, I suppose, if you're able to get that lock.
So Davie unable to score, Byers unable to score. They go to the coin toss. And it looks like Dremiel Byers has won the coin toss, which means he's going to put in the parterre clinch first, that reverse body lock. Russ Davie, 7th in the U.S. 2004 U.S. Olympic team trials, 4th in the Nationals. He's young. He probably needs a little work on his technique. You talk about veterans, grizzled veterans, that's Dremiel Byers.
Yeah, and Davie just had an excellent challenge tournament.
Very nice. He came out of the challenge tournament well.
Yeah, and really is a win psychologically for him to get to this point. I know that you don't get this level if you don't have dreams of going even farther, but nice tournament to this point here for Russ Davie.
Well, let's see right now if Davie can fight off Dremiel Byers. Byers won his world title in 2002 with a lot of lifts and throw. Has the tight body lock there.
Wow.
Turns him once, turns him twice. Turns him again. Let's see what they rack up for the points. They gave him 4 off of that. Time expired before he could pick up the final 2 and turn it into a technical superiority. But now it's going to be Russ Davie's turn to put in the parterre clinch as you get a good look at the eyes and the face of one talented, tough customer, Dremiel Byers of the United States Army's world-class athlete program.
Just get on me so I can whip you, that type of thing.
There's no such thing as winning a coin toss against Dremiel Byers. I don't care if it comes up your color or not. Nobody wants to get in a clinch situation with Byers.
Yeah, you want a piece of this?
Davie says, let me get a clinch, and there he goes to it. And immediately he breaks it and goes around behind. He still has 30 seconds to score. You really have to feel, Jim, with Rulon Gardner now having retired. That just opens the door for some dominance and, again, world-level heights by Dremiel Byers.
Well, I was just impressed what he was able to put together there in the top position himself. I mean, and also showing good defense. This is a tough position for Russ Davie to be in, but Byers going to win the first period, and it just looks like it's just his turn. Watch him go, ticks that knee in, and then pops actually didn't even pop, just rolled.
Just rolled. He got a nice tight lock and rolled through. Not once, but twice.
Then coming back to the other side, that's when they waved it off because of the points. That could have been a 6-0 lead.
While they take a break, we'll take one, too. We'll be back in just a second. We're back at the Hilton Coliseum here on the campus of Iowa State University. We move ahead to action in the second period. Dremiel Byers wins the first period by the score of 4-0. We're set to start the second one. And Russ Davie's probably thinking right now, I lost the first bout earlier against Dremiel Byers. 5-zip, 2-1. I lost this last period 4-0. I've got to turn the tide. That is a formidable challenge.
Dremiel's just so difficult to move out of the center. Here, Davie has an underhook, and he's able to, Byers pummels back in. But he just keeps his position, and I just don't know how you'd go to attack him here. And he's nice and loose with the upper body here. If he feels himself getting out, he kind of limps out of it real nice. And
very nice. Dremiel Byers did not begin wrestling Greco-Roman until 1996. So here he's been at it for about 9 years.
Now he's got an underhook. Now he works for the overhook. So he's got something here. Waiting for Davies to kind of move back into him, and now he allows Davies to limp back out of it because of the time situation. With 1 minute left, they'll go to the clinch.
There's a nice look at the coach of Dremiel Byers. That's Sean Lewis. He was one of the Olympic coaches in Athens, Greece. He is the head coach for wrestling for the Army's world-class athlete program. Former national champion himself has now coached a world champion, that being the man in the down position, Dremiel Byers, in the blue singlet.
And our services have always, supported Greco-Roman wrestling to the nth degree. If it wasn't for that, I think that we'd have a difficult time being where we are today here with our Greco-Roman wrestling program.
Well, they kind of push each other as Tommy Clark gives his commands to the wrestlers. Sean Lewis looks on from the mat side. He's got his eyes intensely focused on his athlete out there, Dremiel Byers, in the down position. But Army, Air Force, Navy, and Marines, Jim, they've combined and put out some pretty nice Greco-Roman wrestlers through the years. Davie cannot lift Byers, and so he moves around to the backside. Now the question is, will he be able to turn or lift? He's got 15 more seconds to do so, or Byers will pick up a point.
See how Byers moved forward there real quickly. It looked like Davie had a nice lock up around the lower part of the rib cage, and then Byers almost alligator-like just moved forward real quickly and put the grip underneath his hips. Little subtle things that make a difference. That's why he's a champ.
It's all the little things added up as Davie's unable to turn or score on Dremiel Byers, so Byers picks up a 1-point edge. Sean Sheldon, Omir Petrovic on the side. Coaching their athlete, that's Russ Davie, who's now in the down position. He's got to allow Dremiel Byers a chance to get that parterre clinch, which is a reverse body lock. He's got it. The whistle blows. They're underway. Now, if Byers doesn't score, Davie would pick up the point. But Byers can lift. Byers can throw. He is power personified.
Went off that reverse body lock to go ahead and now he's basically in a...
Jim, he wants to lift him. He doesn't want to turn him.
Right.
But he'll settle for the turn. Picks up 2 points. And it's 3-0, Dremiel Byers.
There it is.
That'll take it to the end of the period. Dremiel Byers wins the second period by the score of 3-0, having won the first by the score of 4-0. He wins this match 2-0, and earns a spot on the United States team at 120 kilogram in Greco-Roman.
So businesslike. He's going to be tough to beat. You see with his the tilt that he gets, drops his shoulder, comes back, and really doesn't raise his rear up. This time he raises his rear up off the mat here, Van. Drives him through and gets the points.
Well, he's experienced, he's talented, he's powerful. He has his work cut out for him as he's getting ready now to head to Budapest, Hungary in the World Championships. Dremiel Byers, our 120-kilo Greco-Roman wrestler, is standing by mat side with Joe Miller.
One of just 4 men ever in the United States to win a Greco World Championship. Now you're back on the world team. Do you have another world title in you?
Got a few in me. Just got to go get them.
What was the training like? I mean, what has it been, being a former world champ and then, trying for the Olympics last year, now getting back to the world team? Take us through the training, the emotions here this past year or two.
Well, definitely the element of surprise has been removed. They know I exist. They know I'm a threat. They know what moves I'm good at. I did quite a bit at the World Championships that I did win in 2002. Just basically building myself, You watch people make all these great achievements in life, and then it's hard to do it again, So I started asking questions to some of those guys that have achieved greatness. They got me right on track.
We'll return to the Hilton Coliseum here on the campus of Iowa State University in the 2005 World Team Trials right after this message.